everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. Hope everyone's okay. It's been a while since I've managed to get on here. I've been away. I've been away with the grandsons. I took them to Fleetwood so that we could take them into Blackpool. Last year we took them camping. This year we decided to do something different, so we booked an Airbnb, which turned out very well. It was one of those sort of big park home type things. Absolutely lovely. And my youngest daughter, who has Harry, my grandson Harry, she came with her partner, and so there were sort of 4 adults and two 11-year-old boys, and we had a great time. Fortunately, Rachel took them to the Blackpool theme park, which is what they really wanted to go on. I'm just looking to see if I can see you okay, because I'm not used to this phone that I'm using. Right, and I'm just adjusting it slightly, hoping that it's all straight. I have a habit of working at an angle, I think. I put it all straight, the camera, and then I sort of work like this or like this. So today I'm doing something that I saw on a YouTube channel, Becca's YouTube channel, called At So Darn Twisted. That's her card there. Can you see that? At So Darn Twisted. Anyway, she made I want to do like a miniature series of little projects. So she made what she called a miniature file album, which can go in, it can be a standalone piece, or it can go into one of your journals, into a pocket, or you know, into a tuck or belly band or something like that. Anyway, it's fairly straightforward to make. And you can use all your scraps, which is always a good thing. So I'll just show you a quick flick through this one, which I finished. So it's only 6 by 7 centimetres, 7 centimetres being the width, 6 being the height. I rounded the corners of mine, and I've inked and distressed all round. I put a little nice piece on the front, layered up some scraps of material and things. And I've got a little belly band here with a tiny card I made from a scrap, and here I've got 2 tiny tags that again are made from scrap pieces, just simple little things. So this has got 2 side pockets. Then I did a double corner tuck, and these were just, I've had them in my stash for forever, so I thought they'd go nicely in with the colours. Then I did a little pocket down here, and in here I've made a little notebook, scrappy notebook, out of scraps of pieces of book page. And instead of stapling it or gluing it, or even sewing it, I've just tied round a scrap piece of, it's like a chenille trim type thing that goes in that pocket. And then there's a little circular tuck, and in there's a little scrap of tea-dyed paper. And you know, obviously you want to be careful if you're going to use it to put into a journal. You don't want it too bulky, so I try to keep it to a minimum, but I like those bits sticking out the side. And again, the spine is just a scrap. So let's try and make it. I've got to try and remember, because I made it before I went away. So I'm going to make one that's slightly different size, because you can actually make them any size you want. But, you know, the idea is that they're miniature. So mine's going to be 9 centimetres high and 6 centimetres tall. So I'm following Becca, and I'm using 6 pieces. And it doesn't matter if they're double-sided or not, as you will see. And then you need some scrap pieces for tabs to put it together, and mine are just, you need about 5, 6 of these. These are 6 centimetres for that, and then like 2.5 centimetres wide. So let's see what we can do with this. So I've already kind of tried to put it together, because I was thinking, how on earth did I do that? So I've got just 6 pieces of a one-sided very light cardstock, and they're all the same size, obviously. Now I think I'd like to round the corners here and here. So before we put anything together, I'm just going to round the corners. Try not to knock the camera. So I'm just going to use the 7mm and try and keep these in order. So I've actually tried to put the tabs in. I haven't glued them down, but just so that I could remember before coming onto camera, because either that or I'd have to watch the whole video again, and I don't really have the time today to do that. So yeah, so we had a lovely time in Fleetwood, although it rained one of the days, very heavy rain. It's just absolutely incredible. I was saying to a chap, I met a chap round the back when I took Paddy out for a walk, and I said to him, he said to me actually, this weather is just incredibly strange. There are people overseas in Europe, Italy, Greece, places like that, who have got wildfires because of the intense heat. We've got, this is our summer, the kids have broken up for their summer break, and we've got all this to contend with. Okay, so I think I'm going to ink around these, and I think I'm going to use my blue Distress ink. Just look for that. Still on my desk, I think, from earlier. Yep, so I'll put those over there out of the way. Right. Oh dear, bit of a calamity. Right, so I'm just going to distress around these before I do anything with them. Just going to do the fronts, just to get rid of the white. So you see I've got the tabs kind of in place. I don't want to move those at the moment, because I think this is the right way to do it. Yeah, I think so, but we'll see as we go along. They're just there as a guide really at the moment. Yeah, I'll have to put this back together, won't I? Yeah, that's a trouble. I watch videos and I think, oh, they're great, and I'll have a go at one of those. You know, that's something I could do maybe. It's a great idea for a journal piece, and then I forget exactly what I'm doing. So let's just pop that there for now. So I've inked around them, and I've going to start. So let's hope I get this right. So this is going to be my front. So decide what order you want them in. This is going to be my front. So I want a tab to go on the front, and so I'm going to take one of these strips and I'm just going to fold that in half like that. Okay, these won't show, and then I'm going to glue that piece. I think I'll use the art glitter for this. Oh, I've knocked the camera, I'm really sorry. It's the, hold on one moment while I just move the lead out of the way. So taking the front cover, and I'm just going to pop that tab there, stick that down, and then this is going to be my next page. So I want it that way, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to glue it. So, you know, best to have all your pieces cut out ready. You can use whatever pieces you've got. You can use book page, music page to make this, as long as it's fairly sturdy. So then you're gluing that onto there. So you see it doesn't matter too much about it being single-sided. Now, if you have any overlap, you can just trim it off at the end. Okay, so that's the first piece. So then the second piece, we are What are we doing with the second piece? We're taking the second piece and we're having it face up and we're gluing it to that tab. So gluing the tab to it rather, not it, well, you'll see. So gluing that tab that's sticking out. I'm taking this, making sure it's around the right way, and I'm just gluing that. I hope you can see me. So I'm gluing that to that. Goodness me, I hope I was in camera. Okay. No, that's not right. I think I should have glued it like that. Yeah, that was right actually, wasn't it? Yeah, so I'm gluing that tab over here like so. Okay, right, like that, folding that over. Okay, and then you take your next piece and your next tab, and Becca said make them kind of adjacent to each other. Don't put them all on top of each other because that will make it too bulky. So I'm going to put this one down here. Okay, like this. So I'm going to glue that one, that side of that one down to here. Okay, and then I'm going to take my next piece and glue that onto there. So let me just check what that looks like. So you've got one page here. So you want to make sure that that actually is glued down to that. But you will be putting a spine on it, okay? And then we will be putting a bit in down the middle inside. So don't worry too much. So that's the first page, second page, third page, and then this is going to be the fourth one. So I'm going to glue that down. And I am gluing that down to here like this. So again, I'm just trying to make sure that they more or less line up. Okay. Okay, and then we take our next piece here and we're going to we're going to glue that down to there. This is tricky, remembering how to do this. I just hope I'm doing it right, like so. Okay, like so, and then this page is going to be glued down to here, but what we want is we want to glue another tab there. This will be a miracle if it works out. So I'm going to pop that one up there like so, and then this page is going to be glued down to here like so. Give it a bang. Okay, and then we don't want the whole of that tab, so we're going to trim that down to about, I don't know, there, which will be, let me measure that for anyone, a centimetre wide, and you'll see why in a minute. And then I'm going to glue that down to the back of that one. Okay, like so. So you've got the bones of your little folder already looking okay. Okay, so this one's going to be 3 pages thick. Now I've glued these all down, but if you were really clever, you could probably have kept a side pocket in that one and not glued it down, but I just wanted to do the basic one. So now we want to do a little spine, so we're going to look for something to make my spine with that will maybe correspond. What have I got here on the side? On the side of me I've got a pile of scraps. I'll let you see them in case you wonder what I'm doing. Oh, I see there's this nice piece and it's not too thick, so I am going to just cut out a piece of this and I'm going to make the spine. How much am I making it? About, well, it's like a binding, a spine binding, so it's 6 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. Okay, I'm just going to turn this over so I can see the white, and I'm going to measure. Just check, this is 7 centimeters, this one. So whatever size you want the height, so that's 9, and then I just want, say, 2.5 centimeters here, so 2.5 ish, so about there. And by 9. Let's check how wide that was again. 1. So maybe I won't mind 3 centimeters actually, I think, because it's got to cover that. And then a 9. The 9 being there, and I'm just going to cut that down. Like so. And I always cut off one of the marks. Where's my 9? Where's my ruler? Here's my 9 coming back into vision. There. Goodness me. All fingers and thumbs today. Okay, so let's hope that's going to be fine. Okay, so all you're going to do with this is you're going to just halve it, fold it over like this into a half, like so, and just give it a burnish with something. It doesn't have to be a bone folder, it can be the end of your scissors like this, or even your ruler. Okay, so that is then going to go over the back of there like so. Okay, and we're going to glue that down, and that's our front. I think my front could be a bit less, so I'm just looking, that needs to, yeah, I might cut that down a little bit more at the front, just so that I can see a bit more of the design. So the front's going to be slightly shorter, less wide, I should say, than the back piece. And I'm going to, excuse me for knocking that down. Just going to glue that. Over. So we've got this. So I'm just going to put that at the top so that lines up. Give it a press all the way down the side like so. Now actually you could use a bit of lace to do this with if you wanted, but bear in mind you don't want it too bulky. Okay, so we've got to wait for that to dry, but then we want to put some bits down the middle inside. So we just need 2 pieces really. So as you can see, I lined those down there with just two pieces. Again, can be any scraps you've got. So that wants to come away from there somehow. Just give that a burnish. It's not quite dry. And I will probably trim that edge off. We'll see, because what I'll do is go around and ink it. So I want, again, 2 strips, and I'm just going to do them 9 by 2 centimeters to go in the middle. And let's find a nice piece that you've got left over. Go it in there. Here's a nice piece of, this is quite thin, so it's just right. So I'm going to do 9 centimeters. Just pick up my, what do you call these? Guillotines. I'm not going to bother measuring it this time. I'm measuring it on here. Okay. And I just want 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters here. That's 1. Oh, well, I don't know how I managed to get it. I thought I'd measured 9. Honestly, you just can't get the staff, can you? Can't rely on anyone to get it right. Okay, let's do 9 this way. 1 and 9 there. That's 2. Yeah, I might have to adjust this camera actually. It's a bit too near what I don't know whether I'm in shot, out of shot. Let's just give these a bit of inking. So they're going to go down there like so. So which way up do I want it? This way, I think. Maybe that way. Okay, let's ink the other one. I do like this blue. It's sapphire. No, it isn't. It's Blueprint Sketch. So again, we're just going to halve these. So we're folding them lengthways like that. In half. Giving that a burnish. Like so. And the same with this one. Better if I do it like this, I think. Oh. Like so. And then obviously we want the other side on the outside, so I'm just going to fold it back on itself like that, and that's going in there. So let's get that down. Like so. And I'm putting it this way up, getting my crease in there like so, giving that a crease with my fingers like that, and then giving that a burnish, and that's the first one. Okay, then we want to do this one, which again I just need to burnish that down, and again I am folding that the opposite way now, putting some glue on. It's a really good way of using up your scraps. That's why I thought I'd do a little series of mini things. Something a bit different, I think. So the feathers are upwards, yeah. So I have the same going on here. So all I've done is getting it in that crease like that, and making sure that is all okay, like so. There we have it. So that just covers up the inside. Now I need to do something with this, so let's see, can I ink that away, that white edge? Go around the whole thing. So that's my front. Let's have a look now. No, I'm not happy with that. I do need to just trim that slightly. Okay. Must have been just a bit too tall because the bottom is okay. Just make sure there's no white showing, that's fine. Okay. Right, so we have our little folder ready.